So welcome back to the Now Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue our conversation on how we're keeping women safe. And to help us do that is the founder of International Men's Day, Jerome Tilak Singh. Good morning, Dr. Tilak Singh.
Good morning to your viewers and your listeners on the radio too.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You would have been responsible for initiating the celebration of Men's Day. How do you feel about what's taking place in our country with regards to men and women at this time?
I feel very sad. I feel disheartened. A bit confused too, because I'm hearing and seeing some messages out there that, trouble me, especially, we see from the government side talking about the use of pepper spray, because this could be the start of something serious, maybe a gender war. The next step might be allowing people to use guns. So it is something where I believe we need a serious education program throughout the country.
Dr. Tilak Singh, do you not think that there's a gender war already happening?
There is a gender war. It has been happening almost for the last 20 years, the 2 decades, right? There's this tension in society. There is this friction between men and women. And it's not just happening in the home, it's happening in the school, the community, the neighborhoods. And I think that it has gotten out of hand. We are now on that slippery slope.
So you said just now that the pepper spray and possible whatever, if you get to uses of guns and stuff like that, would create a gender war, but the war is already happening. How do we help it? How do we stop it? How do we fix it?
I believe that we have to start from the kindergarten, the nursery, the preschool, move to the primary school, secondary school. We have to put on the curriculum maybe a course or module about gender relations. Try to ensure proper nurturing, proper socialization. Often the boys tend to get away with certain things, and we hear the expression, boys will be boys. To our bullies in the class or disruptive, we tend to allow that. So I think we need to change the narrative. We need to go into the classroom. We need to go into the homes, at that young age, when the plant is young, and try and make sure that we put in stakes, that plant grows up good. So that education program in schools is critical.
So do we just give up on the adults then? The men that are already that are perpetrators, we just give up on them and start with the children?
No. You brought up a good question. To target the adults, the media, not just the electronic, but the print media, they have a role to play. We need advertisements, regular advertisements. We need to ensure that it has become part of us. Just as you would know, we always hear drugs dangerous. During carnival time, we hear about practicing safe sex. We need to have these messages about treating women, treating girls, treating society, treating human beings better. So the media has a role to play, I believe. Also our NGOs.
Okay. Dr. Tilak Singh, tell me, what do men need to understand about their role in society, from your perspective?
I think men need to understand that their roles are changing. As you and your viewers would know that for many years we have been the breadwinners. Men have been the breadwinners. During the ancient times, we have been the protectors of the tribe, protectors of the village, the hunters, the gatherers. But men have to understand, women are becoming more educated, graduating with degrees, they're more literate, and they now have become the breadwinners. Women tend to be maybe more assertive. Their thinking might be different. So men have to understand, and they have to come to that realization that it's not a matter of dominance. It's more a matter of sharing ideas and responsibilities.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a little bit scary if men didn't realize that by now. We have a woman as the president of the country at this point. How can we celebrate men and their manhood and make sure that in that celebration that it's understood that protecting our women is still a part of our role in society?
You see, it will all depend on the community that we're having this celebration or we're having this program. Different communities will be different. Somebody in Diego Martin, somebody in Davie, somebody in Tobago will have a different concept of masculinity. They will see themselves differently, across ethnic and cultural, religious lines. that concept of masculinity, that celebration will have to be different. So we cannot just have one model fits all. We'll have to cater it. We'll have to tailor, this particular program and celebration. We'll have to get funding.
Isn't that oftentimes the biggest problem? So even with what you spoke about earlier, where the media houses have a responsibility to be able to portray these messages, oftentimes it comes with a lack of funding as well. How do we get the people with money to care?
You asked a very important question, and people have been asking me this for the last few years. I will tell you something that might be a bit controversial. Wealthy people and businesses, when I mean businesses, big corporations, they are very quick and eager to give money to political parties, maybe for a project, right? But when it comes to helping an NGO that is dealing with men or helping boys, maybe a sporting community, they are very reluctant or they refuse to give funding. So I think we have to also ensure that businesses, that governments provide funding in areas that are necessary. Right now, what we are seeing in Trinidad is more important than all the infrastructure that we have and all the projects we have undergoing. We have to refocus on helping change the mindset, the psyche of our men and boys.
All right. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining us this morning, Dr. Jerome Tiloksing, and for sharing your insights and your views. Of course, we're going to continue to trash out this topic for some time because I know that a lot has to change, and has to change soon. So thank you very much, Dr. Tiloksing. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Take care.
Yeah, man. Dr. Tiloksing is the founder of International Men's Day. And, we're going to continue ventilating this as we've been saying it's not going to stop. We're not going to stop. We have our responsibility and we're going to do our part to make sure it continues here at the Now Morning Show. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're still talking about more. We're actually going to be talking about some family fun that can help make everybody a little bit more interactive together, a little bit lighter, but it'll make the whole family enjoy it. So we'll be right back after this. Some more Stalin for the rest of the day.